Have you ever gotten out of bed and felt that stiffness in your knees? That first step of the morning that hurts more than it should? Most people think the answer is taking supplements, or even cutting meat out of their diet. But what if the opposite is actually true? Scientists have been studying 6 specific types of meat because they naturally provide the building blocks your joint cartilage needs to stay healthy. And the reason has very little to do with simply getting more protein. After the age of 60, the cartilage that cushions your joints gradually loses its ability to repair itself. That's a normal part of aging and one of the reasons osteoarthritis becomes so common. But normal doesn't mean there's nothing you can do about it. The problem is that most advice about osteoarthritis focuses on vegetables, supplements, or medications. Very few people talk about the important role certain meats can play in supporting healthy cartilage. Today, I'll show you 6 of the best options, explain exactly what they do inside your joints, and why they may matter more now than ever before. First, let's understand what cartilage is actually made of. Your joint cartilage is made primarily of type 2 collagen, a specialized protein arranged in strong, flexible fibers that allow your joints to absorb the impact of every step you take. To build this collagen, your body relies on 3 key amino acids: glycine, proline, and hydroxyproline. While your body can produce some of these on its own, that ability naturally declines as you get older, right when your joints need repair the most. That's where these 6 meats come in. They're not simply healthy because they're sources of protein. Each one provides significant amounts of either the amino acids needed to build collagen or nutrients that directly help reduce joint inflammation, especially the omega-3 fats found in oily fish. 2 different mechanisms. 1 common goal: healthier cartilage. That completely changes the way you think about what's on your plate. This isn't about eating more meat. It's about choosing the meats you're already eating more strategically, selecting the ones that provide the exact nutrients your joints need at this stage of life. And that's why each of these 6 meats deserves its own attention. Everyone contributes something unique. With osteoarthritis, cartilage wears away faster than your body can replace it. The type 2 collagen fibers become thinner, lose their flexibility, and eventually the bone underneath starts absorbing impact that healthy cartilage was designed to cushion. That's what causes the pain, the stiffness, and that uncomfortable feeling many people notice every morning. When you eat foods rich in glycine and proline, your body has the raw materials needed to rebuild collagen fibers instead of having to manufacture every amino acid from scratch, a process that slows considerably after age 60. Omega-3 works differently. Found in fatty fish like salmon and sardines, it helps reduce the production of inflammatory proteins called cytokines that are released inside the joint and speed up cartilage breakdown. One study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition followed adults with osteoarthritis and found that people who consumed more omega-3 experienced less joint pain and significantly less morning stiffness than those who consumed very little. In other words, what you eat every day directly affects the level of inflammation inside your joints. Let's start with the first 2 foods. Wild salmon is one of the richest natural sources of EPA and DHA, the 2 most beneficial forms of omega-3. These healthy fats become incorporated directly into the membranes of the cells lining your joints, making them more stable and less likely to release inflammatory compounds. And here's something many people don't know. Wild salmon typically contains about twice as much omega-3 as farm-raised salmon. That's because wild salmon feed on krill and marine algae in the open ocean, the original source of these healthy fats, which become concentrated as they move up the food chain. Sardines provide many of the same benefits, with one additional advantage. If you eat them with their soft, edible bones, they also provide highly absorbable calcium. That's especially valuable because osteoarthritis is often accompanied by bone loss around the affected joint. Since sardines are small fish lower on the food chain, they also accumulate much lower levels of heavy metals than larger fish, making them one of the safest seafood choices for regular consumption. Now let's move on to the meats that naturally provide collagen. Slow-cooked oxtail is an excellent example. As it simmers for several hours, the collagen found in the connective tissue and cartilage gradually dissolves into the broth. That's why traditional cultures around the world have been making bone broths for centuries to help ease joint discomfort, even long before science understood why they seem to work. Today we know the reason. Long cooking breaks collagen down into gelatin, which is easily digested and provides glycine and proline that your body can use to build new cartilage. Chicken wings work in a very similar way. The cartilage found between the wing bones is one of the richest natural sources of type D2 collagen, the exact same type of collagen found in your own joints. Some early research even suggests that consuming this specific collagen may help the immune system better recognize cartilage as part of the body's own tissues, potentially reducing inflammatory activity within the joint. The final two meats contribute something different. They provide key minerals that help activate the entire collagen-building process. Lamb is naturally rich in zinc. Zinc is essential for the enzymes responsible for producing new collagen. Without enough zinc, even if glycine and proline are available, your body struggles to assemble them into healthy cartilage. Turkey offers another important nutrient, selenium. Selenium helps protect joint cells from damage caused by free radicals generated during chronic inflammation. It's also a lean, versatile protein that's easy to include in everyday meals. There's one final detail that's incredibly important. No matter which of these 6 meats you choose, your body also needs enough vitamin C. Vitamin C is required to convert proline into hydroxyproline, the finished form that actually becomes part of your cartilage. Without enough vitamin C, that process simply can't be completed efficiently. That's why pairing these meats with foods like oranges, bell peppers, strawberries, kiwi, or broccoli isn't just a nice idea. It's an essential part of the process. Now let's go back to that morning stiffness we talked about earlier. The combination of collagen-building amino acids, omega-3 helping control inflammation, and minerals like zinc and selenium supporting cartilage repair is exactly what research has linked to healthier joints and less stiffness when you wake up. Your cartilage doesn't ask for much. It simply needs the right building materials at the right time. Collagen, omega-3, and a handful of key minerals, all found in foods that may already be sitting in your refrigerator. You don't need to eat all 6 of these meats every week. Simply adding 2 or 3 of them to your regular meals is a realistic place to start. Maybe grilled sardines for lunch, or a bowl of slow-cooked oxtail broth over the weekend. Small choices, repeated consistently over time, are often what make the biggest difference. If you have gout, high cholesterol, or your doctor has recommended a protein-restricted diet, talk with your healthcare provider before increasing your intake of these foods, especially oxtail and chicken wings, which are naturally higher in purines and fat. This video is intended for educational purposes only and is not a substitute for personalized medical advice. Always consult your healthcare provider before making significant changes to your diet. If you enjoyed this video and want more science-based nutrition tips for healthy aging, make sure to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss our next video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. This version is optimized for American YouTube audiences with shorter sentences, smoother transitions, stronger hooks, and more natural pauses for AI voiceovers while preserving the original scientific content.